Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azrul Nizam bin HASHIM and my partner Muhammad SYAHMI and AHMAD NASRUN. Now, my group to present topic explain gross domestic product and national product. Second, discuss three methods of calculating national income. Third, elaborate the uses and problem in calculating national income. My group to choose article is first quarter economy grew slow down due to COVID-19.
Okay, for gross domestic product is all final goods and service produced by factor of production located within a country regardless of who the labor is, such as example, private consumption, fixed investment, government consumption, and net export. Okay, for gross national product is all final goods and service by the resident of a country during a given period of time regardless where they are, such as example, tangible good as vehicle, agriculture, product, and machinery. Okay, based on the article, we can see that our economy dropped drastically because of COVID-19. So government will take a step to make international and domestic travel restriction. This will affect GNP and GDP our country. Okay, to increase our GDP and GNP, government also allow a few supplier to only produce basic good and service such as rice, sugar, and other service like a taxi, police station, and others.
For three methods of national income. First, product approach, method of computing GDP that measures the contribution that each industry makes to GDP. It can be calculated by adding all final goods and services produced in the economy. Goods which are further used in production process are called intermediate goods. In the value of final goods, value of intermediate goods is already included, therefore we do not count value of intermediate goods in national income, otherwise there will be double counting value of goods. To avoid the problem of double counting, we can use the value addition method, which not the whole value of a commodity but value addition. For example, value of final goods at each stage of production is calculated and these are summed up to arrive at GDP. The money value is calculated at market price, so sum total is the GDP at market prices. GDP at market price can be converted into by method discussed earlier. For example, GDP refers to the total market value of final goods and services produced in a country either by its citizen or non-citizen in a year. Second is expenditure approach, method of computing GDP that measures the amount spent on all goods during a given period. It can be calculated by adding all expenditure on final goods and services in the economy. For example, it can be reflect the various types of goods and services available in the country, whether more final goods or capital goods available. Third is income approach. For this method, national income is measured as a flow of factor incomes. There are generally four factors of production labor, capital, land and entrepreneurship. Laborers get wages and salaries. Capital gets interest, land get rent and entrepreneurship get profit as their investment. Besides, there are some self-employed persons who employ their own labor and capital such as doctors, supporters, and etc. Their income is called mixed income. For example, national income in this year First quarter economic of Malaysia slipped down all of a sudden as a result of COVID-19. Economic growth of Malaysia slipped down at least 0.7% in this year at first quarter compared to 4.5% that recorded in first quarter in year before. At the same time, Ringgit Malaysia shrink about 4.9% compared to United States dollar in first quarter. Following the outflow of a non-resident portfolio worth RM26.2 billion ringgit. Thank you.
Uses of national income. How do the uses of the country income appropriated to the economy downturn caused by COVID-19? Firstly, expenditure pattern. What is expenditure pattern? Expenditure pattern, it can reflect the various type of goods and service available in the country, with the more final goods or capital goods available. For example, Malaysia was hit by COVID-19, which led to collapse of the economy. This has caused the Malaysia economy to slow down, which has led to unemployment. Therefore, the government need to redefine expenditure pattern to deliver new economy. Secondly, to assist the government economy planning. How to aid government economy planning? Through the national income figure, we help the government to formulate their 5-year economic plan and future development plan. For example, due to the encourage of COVID-19, the ringgit declined by 4.9% against the US dollar in the first quarter, following the outflow of non-resident portfolio worth RM26 billion. This is why the government is planning to continue to grow. Next, lastly, to analyze the contribution made by each economy sector in Malaysia, the industry policy adopted in the 1970 have brought about the manufacturing sector Malaysia largest source of income to date. For example, to the PKP, many government sector feel it is a lot of worker to be unemployment. It may be the PKP is liberalist, perhaps the industry sector in gradually increase. Conclusion. When the control measures are easy, economic activity is expected to gradually improve by the second half of 2020. It will be supported by improved cycle, monetary and global growth measure, leading to major recover by 2021. Thank you to our madam and our friend. This is end in my presentation. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.